Hey guys, thanks for tuning back into the channel. My brother and I installed some new doors on his Can-Am Commander yesterday. I actually shot a video of it, but the footage came out kind of grainy and shaky, so I'm not going to include too much of the install, but I figured I'd show you guys at least what it looks like. These Commanders, they come with net doors. The nets, they don't really protect you from mud or water or anything like that, you know. It's more for protection from like bushes and simple stuff like that. But he picked these up at Dirt Specialties, and he got a really good deal on them compared to the other ones. At least I think he paid like $400 for these doors, and if you look online, that's you can't really beat that price. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play some of the install stuff that we did, but not too much, and then I'll show you what it looks like now. Alright, so I got the net doors, whatever you call them, pulled off. It's pretty easy. It took maybe 20 minutes. The only thing I haven't done is pull this off here. It looks like it's on some kind of loop underneath the plastics. That's probably just going to get cut off, but I'll let my brother decide if he wants to do that or not. I'm just waiting on Big Skinny to get here. He must be stopped off eating a taco or something. Makes me do all the work like always. But as soon as he gets here, we'll go ahead and start the install. Look who showed up. Did you stop for a taco?
Nope.
What'd you have for dinner?
Actually, I had an Italian sub.
You're gonna just start ripping stuff open now?
Yeah.
Now you want to pass down on what I've done so far?
It would appear that you've taken the nets off.
See that piece down there? That one last? I think that's going around some kind of loop inside there. I don't think it's a bolt. I'm old, so I'm gonna have to get this right here.
Oh yeah. Where'd you put the light at? Did I put it over there?
Yeah. I like how you immediately blame me for losing the light. Did you notice that?
Hey, you know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I'm just gonna tighten a little bit. Should still be able to move it. Yeah, I gotta loosen a little bit.
Yeah.
Here's proof that Big Skinny can actually turn a wrench. Alright, so on this side you have to pull this little plastic piece out first. And then there's two bolts either side of the glove box. The glove box is going to have to slide out in order to get to where we're going to be mounting the other, what do they call it, jam or bar or whatever.
Yeah.
Hour 5, what seems like hour 5. There's a couple tricky nuts to get on the passenger side. You don't have much room to move. Looks like you're doing pretty good now.
I'm getting like 2 clicks.
Yeah, so hour 6 will be done. All right, so after you put on the these brackets here, put these striker bolts on, and we're guessing after you get the frame of the doors and everything on,
We might have to adjust them up.
yeah, probably have to adjust a little bit. So starting to put the door frames on. It's not really that much to explain. It pops on to where the old shoulder bar went, and we'll make our adjustments in a little bit. Here we got this one door on, and this opener. But make sure you put the latch on the outside of this black bracket, not the inside. We made that mistake already. We've made a lot of mistakes today, turns out. Doesn't that mean you're stupid when you do that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, we got this one in, and they leave you not much room at the bottom here. Well, we left not much room at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Nice and tight. That'll keep the water and dirt and shit out of there, so that's actually a good thing. is what they look like when they're on. Quite an improvement, I think. What do you think, Kev? You like it?
Yeah, definitely. They seem to move and latch real easily. Everything lined up fairly well.
I mean, you can shake the whole.
Oh yeah.
All we gotta do is put the seats back in. Clean up a little bit, and that's about it, man. Yeah, so we're gonna keep adding stuff to this. He has some other stuff on order. I'm gonna put a net in the back window just to cut down on the dust. I'm gonna put the whip lights on, and then he liked the halos that I had on my YXZ, and he has round headlights too, so I think we might, not sure if he ordered those or not. Plan on putting some halos on the front too, so maybe a lift, definitely bigger tires coming, but this machine's been great for him. He's had it just a couple months, but taking it out a few times and things been awesome. So I'm actually in the process of looking for a new unit right now. I sold my YXZ a couple weeks ago. Not sure if I'm gonna get a new side-by-side before winter or if I'll wait till spring, but I'm really undecided on what I want to buy. Kind of leaning toward a Can-Am X3. I want something that has a little more power than the YXZ had. If you guys watch my other videos, you can see where I was always trying to add some power to the YXZ. I even tried a supercharger, and that was a complete nightmare. Had a ton of problems with that. Ended up taking that off, sending that back to the place I bought it from, because I just couldn't get any power out of it. For the next option, I could have tried to go with the aftermarket turbo. I don't know, and I didn't really want to mess with adding a turbo, because the stock internals on that YXZ were not that strong, so you can only add 5 psi of boost to it, and that's really not giving you that much more power. It might give you like 140, 150 horsepower, and compared to the new units, the Can-Ams and the Razor turbos and all that, just not even close to the power you can get straight from the factory with a warranty. So let me know what you guys think about that too, if I should go Razor Pro XP or Razor Turbo or the Can-Am X3. That's the one I'm really leaning toward. I like the new X3s. The 21s have like a black and desert tan color to them with a little bit of red mixed in, which I really like. I like that color scheme. And I was thinking about getting a Turbo R, because I'd like to get something with at least 170-ish horsepower. That has 172. You can get the RR model, and it has 195 horsepower, but that's also another, you know, between $3,000 to $5,000 more. I'm not sure if that's worth it when I've seen all these different upgrade videos. I could take the 172 horsepower model and tweak it a little bit and change some stuff on the turbo and the wastegate, and get well over 200 horsepower out of it. So I think I'm leaning toward that. I guess if you guys have any input on that, let me know in the comments. But I guess that's it for now. We'll post a video, probably an install video of putting the whip lights on here and dressing this thing up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer. You can see the tires are a little bit tiny looking on here. Not horrible, but could definitely use maybe a bigger tire, a little taller tire. He's looking at 29s possibly, but yeah, I guess I'll sign off for now, guys. Thanks for watching. If you if you could do me the favor of hitting the like button and subscribing if you haven't done that yet, I appreciate that. All right, guys, catch you later.